GM, morning all.
Good morning, James. Yeah, how's my mic? I just got a new one. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good, loud and clear. How's everyone?
Yeah, good morning. Things are well. Today's my birthday actually, but always here to work.
Oh, happy birthday, sir!
Thank you, thank you.
What have you got planned for it?
I partied pretty hard last weekend, and then this weekend, me and my girlfriend are gonna go away for a little bit, but I'm not really sure yet where. I'm like so busy with a bunch of crap.
Nice, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I work in like batches, like go hard for a couple months, and then take some breaks in between.
Yeah, it sounds like the way to do it, I think. And the rest of the crew are probably chilling in the Bahamas, I think, for the crypto week with their pina coladas, which is nice. Whilst everyone here is in the huddle.
Must be nice.
Yeah, major envy there.
Yeah, we hear you.
Ah, perfect. That
Yep,
sounds great.
good.
Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in again, guys. Awesome to see so many of you here. We're obviously getting, is it Poet number 5 this week? Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. Awesome. I guess kind of we can, in terms of major updates from my end, sorry guys I missed last week, but I know Alicard held it down. I guess main update from me is kind of with the ambassador program rollout. I think in full transparency, a lot of the potential ambassadors that are going to be starting come May the 1st or May the 2nd, which is next Monday, I've been in contact with already. So I understand there's been over 2,000 applicants for this. But yeah, just to provide full transparency, I think the kind of first, say, 10 to 15 who I've spoken with and haven't yet confirmed are likely going to be the initial ambassadors there, which is awesome. Some really talented peeps there that will really help drive Hedgie narrative, DYDX narrative, and really drive the Burrow narrative there. So super exciting there. And I think from a Hedgie standpoint, that's really everything from my end. I saw UNT Inc. had a really interesting post. I wonder if you want to kind of touch on that and share some thoughts.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm gonna click over here, so it should keep talking, right? You can still hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read part of it. I'll just do a little summary. But basically, I was thinking about utility between DYDX and the Hedgies, and more so like just really closely tying them together more. Kind of to create stability between both of the whole ecosystem. But the idea here would be like an NFT lending protocol, and it's decentralized, meaning there's no central company giving out this loan. It'd be peer to peer, and there's some problems with like the NFT lending right now, where the risk is way too high for a lot of the providers to come in. We're seeing some, and James, I checked out Sin Futures. Is that like the whole collection is as you know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, from my understanding, is you can like have any of your NFTs and you submit it to the protocol, and I think some like I don't know how they do it. Some AI like goes through OpenSea, looks at kind of the rarity of the NFT versus kind of like the floor price, and then you can use that whatever that number comes back as collateral, which is super interesting. I think it's in. I don't know if it's fully released yet. I know it's been in beta for I think around about 6 months, but I don't know of any other protocols unless anyone else does that actually has the ability to kind of collateralize your NFT against a position on let's say DYDX per se.
Yeah,
I
so
know
I checked. Go ahead, Alucard.
I know Abbott was thinking of releasing something along those lines in their next version, but I don't know where that ended up. But
Interesting.
James, so yeah, I checked them out, and there's a wait list, so you can apply for the wait list,
Oh,
and
right.
I think they might KYC, but it's like email and stuff like that. But it's still in beta. But
Right.
here, back to just this idea quickly. The problem, right, is that no one wants. Some are coming in, and there are some centralized ones doing big loans. Like you can kind of make a deal with them on big ape collections or a single ape, stuff like that. But obviously, interest rates are insane and things like that. But it's hard to value the rare ones within the collection because who says what's rare? And we've seen a big shift with the IPs of the apes changing. Like people want less crazy looking ones, some don't. So there's a shift there with the traits don't matter as much. But so the idea here is, which our idea, it makes it interesting because we are a trading platform where the trader could take on the risk. So I could put up my Hedgie as collateral, there'd be an offer on it, and I'd be putting all this in, how much capital I want, which would be in DYDX, in the funding rate, in the time frame. And then any trader can come in on the other side and claim this and basically take on the risk. And there's a lot of arbitrage opportunities here. I'm losing my breath, which create it like stabilize at the beginning. It's going to be crazy, but it can stabilize the ecosystem by keeping everything in check together. And then theoretically, on the other side, there can be a floor of offers that any hedgie can claim. So the normal base hedgies, there'll be like a floor there, and it kind of keeps everything in check in a way, and it really ties in DYDX. But the other point some people made was the bandwidth. It's going to be too much work to do right now. And yeah, that's about it.
No, it sounds awesome, and I think it's a great idea. And to be honest with you, I think like it's something that eventually should happen and may happen. I know that there was a potential grant that came in from a Coinbase engineer or something to look at kind of a hedgy lending protocol. I don't know where that ended up, so I can double check there. But yeah, I really like the idea. I think it's definitely worth a lot of discussion to formulate some consensus around. I think eventually, as NFTs continue to grow, I think there's going to be more and more demand for it. I've just seen Surreal posted on the main chat. There's withbacked.xyz. It allows you to create a loan. Borrowers use your NFTs as collateral to borrow any token. That's interesting. It's got a pretty nice UI as well. I don't know if you've seen that NT Ink as well.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with this freaking book. I think it's just really interesting because it hasn't been done before. I mean, to this scale, and plus, it's also leveraging our advantage with the exchange. And someone, let me say, Longjin, I think his name is Upload or Uphold on Discord here, but he made a comment about how they could potentially do profit sharing through this, which I wasn't entirely sure. I think he's in here. I wasn't entirely sure what you meant. If you want to add me, and we can talk about that after. But overall, I just want to see, is it even possible to outsource something like this?
Yeah, it definitely is. That won't be an issue. I think it's naturally going to have to involve our engineering team, but yeah, I think like if like 99 or 95% of the work can be done by a reputable outsourcer, then that's something that we could definitely look into. I think.
And then,
sorry, go on.
Continue, please, James.
Yeah, I mean, I think from I don't want to speak for the trading team's like side per se, but all I know is that V4 is an absolute priority. So I know that that's going to be a number one, and if it takes up a lot of their time, then they probably haven't got the bandwidth there. So I think it's a question that we can ask, absolutely, and encourage them to participate in the discussions on Commonwealth.
That'd be great. And then anyone in here, please, in the holders chat, I linked the discussion on Commonwealth. If you can go make some comments there, we can get some discussion going.
Yeah. Also, Upload is a kind of an OG in the DYDX ecosystem in the Chinese channel, the Mandarin speaking channel. Has been around for a long time, so I don't think he's in this huddle today. I think it's probably about 5 a.m. his time, but I can reach out to him. Additionally, NT Inc. just reach out to him in the chat, and he's more than happy to provide clarity. He's a wealth of knowledge in all things trading, so it would be good to get his views on that as well.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll add him in the chat. Thank you.
I think we can also. I don't want to skip over your comments at NTing if you want to bring up anything else.
No, I'm good. It's kind of casual now, right? I'm just throwing ideas out there, but soon I think one of these is really going to stick and we can get a grant going, hopefully. But I'm really serious about, we'll see if we can outsource it. And then I'm not familiar with how that works, but I can definitely figure it out and look for teams and stuff like that. But I'm like really interested in this one.
Sweet, yeah, and I'll speak to the guys at trading and get kind of a sense of if it is definitely possible and things. So that way it could probably provide a little bit greater clarity, because I'd hate for you to kind of do a ton of work with little response there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And overall, I think it's something we could implement over time. I just don't want to put it too much out there and then get front ran by someone else. And I mean, I don't think it's that great of an idea, but I think I'm surprised someone hasn't thought of it yet, basically.
Definitely. Cool. Has anyone else got any thoughts on that? You're more than welcome to post it in the channel and or come and speak up here. Cool. I guess we can say congrats to Mirash, who's in the audience, for winning a comp at ETH Amsterdam. So congratulations, sir. I don't know if you're free to have a chat about that. If not, I'm sure we can catch up another time and find out about it.
Hey, let me just butt in quick. Sorry, thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. I didn't see that.
I know. And I did see a little sneaky tweet from Surreal about shipping out some potential merch to the Bahamas. So exciting things, I think, in the woodwork there, which is awesome. I think everyone's looking forward to that. Cool. I guess then, Alikar, we could probably touch on this weekend, shall we?
Yeah, I think so. So as some of you probably saw, this weekend we're gonna have a trivia night, which is exciting. So there'll be 100 questions. They'll be posted by one in the Hedgie's general channel, and they're pretty tough trivia questions. But the first person to type in the answer gets the point for that particular question, and at the end of the 100 questions, whoever has the most points may walk away with a Hedgie.
Yeah, I think this is me and Ali Card had to play around with it yesterday. The questions aren't easy. They're like the fastest person to answer the question that pops up gets maximum points. It registers the total amount of points, and at the end of the 100 questions, it calculates like who's the winner essentially. It'll probably go on for about an hour or so, maybe a bit longer, considering the flow of the questions comes out quite slowly. But in terms of like the actual time and the response to each question, it's not like you don't have enough time to sort of like go onto Google and then type in the question that gives you the answer. It's literally comes up, and I guarantee there's going to be people who know that the answer within a few seconds. So in that sense, really excited about it. I think it should be really fun. Obviously, at the moment, I think there's only 50 or 60, maybe a bit more signed up. I guess the more the better. But again, the less, the more chance you've got to win a Hedgie. I think that Hedgie's been picked out already. I'll have a look. Just bear with me 2 seconds. It hasn't been posted yet, but it is. It was randomised, and it's Hedgie number 141. So if anyone's on OpenSea and looking at the Foundation's Hedgie, it's just Hedgie number 141. I'm not sure what number rarity that came out at. I wouldn't say it's the top 150, let's say. I think it was just randomised underneath. But it's still a stunning Hedgie, and yeah, good luck in winning that.
It's gonna be fun. The whole channel is gonna be a mess for an hour and a bit. It'll be fun.
I know, there's going to be comments galore, I think. But I think like for each question, there's like 3 or 4 parts to the bot posting. So you have to really pay attention to it. It will be in the Discord channel, which is cool. we may kind of like block potentially new users at the time of the thing coming in, just in case they post and kind of get in the way of the questions. And we may even just hold like a separate channel for questions for it, just in case. Anything else anyone wants to bring up, ask any questions, feel that we need to touch on, by all means either post in the channel now, and we can try and answer for you. If not, just we can use this as a bit of a discussion and razz on different ideas as well. Anyone got any more ideas on potential future Hedgie utility?
James Mirash here. Sorry, I just figured out how to do push to talk on my phone.
Here he is.
So,
how are you?
Good. Thanks for all the warm congratulations. It was really fun here in ETH Amsterdam. Lots of bright minds coming together and lots of cool projects being built. So maybe once the ETH Amsterdam team publishes all the submissions on their website, I'll link it to their channel so that you guys can have a look at it. But basically, over 1,000 developers came together this weekend to build cool things, and there were a lot of interesting projects that came out of this.
Awesome. How long were you there for?
Still there, actually. I just got back to my hotel room. It's King's Day here, so it's their big national holiday. Ton of fun.
Oh, good to hear. I'm glad you had a great time, and it's super exciting to hear that you won the comp. And I think you've been lucky in the sense that looks like there's been beautiful weather there.
Oh yeah, we've been lucky in all the ways. And if anyone wants to have a look at the results of what we found from the competition, we took a deeper analysis at kind of the daily trading stats and the daily Hedgie winners from the day that Trading League started in February up until the day the competition was happening, which was April 23rd. I posted all of those findings on my Twitter. If anyone wants to go have a look, it's Mirage7 on Twitter. And some interesting results. It was cool to see that the average PNL needed to win a Hedgie every day is over 300%. So quite a lot. You have to almost be doing a 4x to get there. And there's lots of traders who have done it multiple times. So there are some either very lucky, degenerate, or very skilled traders out there.
Yeah, most likely.
Mirage, I saw that research. I highly recommend anyone check that out on Twitter. It was very, very, very good.
Thank you. And yeah, maybe in the coming weeks we'll see if we can get that kind of information automated. It's all pulled from the DYDX APIs, so really anyone can have access to it. And I think that's something interesting that we could add to maybe the DYDX info bot. James, do you know who runs that on Twitter?
Yeah, I do. It's Shipor DAO, and he's in the Discord. I can just tag him now into the Hedgie's general channel so people can reach out to him. Here he is, David. You'll probably see.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, I'll have to have a chat with him in the coming weeks.
Yeah, he's a really, really great guy and open to a lot of things. So by all means, reach out and you can. Cool. Anything else, guys? Anything else anyone wants to bring up? Is anyone going to the crypto conference in the Bahamas? I've seen that the POOPs are now live, so anyone can claim their POOP by heading onto Alicard's stream at the top. I know there's some OG Hedgies in the audience, so if anyone wants to ask anything or start a discussion, then by all means, let's have a chat there.
Yeah, I think I forgot to say it last week. I had it written down. Could we do a what was it? Hold on. Oh, a subreddit for Hedgies on the forums, on the Commonwealth forums, like how you have the technical parameter stuff, like that post I made. I probably could have threw it under the Hedgies one, and I can make a couple when we get it up there just to drum something up.
So put a separate thread just for Hedgies.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. And then we could, further on, we could have our own subreddits within that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll speak with Josh and we'll look to put that in. No probs. I think it'll be a lot better to keep things in the pretty localized so that everyone can check it out easier.
Thank you, James.
No probs. I'll also say that I know this time isn't great for some people, and I know I put the poll out there for like different times that people can make. So I think this time is probably the worst time for the majority of people. I know it's pretty late in Europe and kind of the day before where I am right now, but so by all means we'll work on the best time that everyone can get there for. And then we can either like run a few a week just to make it better for the majority of people, where we can either just repeat the information and or keep it once a week where everyone can just make it at the best time. So we'll take a look at that. Also for the Mo Hedgie, I will say I randomised. There was 14 in the list yesterday. I randomised all the numbers, came out at lucky number 13, and number 13 was Stark Whale. So sorry to all those that didn't win that Hedgie out of the 14. So that'll be going to Stark Whale. I think it was number 4. I'm not sure what number Hedgie it was. I think it was number 11 or number 9. So that'll be sent out probably at the end of this week. I think one also good thing would be for people who are like really frequently contributing in the Hedgie community is naturally I think obviously everyone's aware of the post that the foundation put out that we've still got. I think after this week we'll still have 180 Hedgies to go out. If the community really want to have a greater decision on where those go, honestly, I think putting together a spreadsheet, whether it be a Word doc, whatever, of certain list items that you think that potentially should be rewarded, that would be awesome, because every week we're looking at things from a governance perspective, from a community perspective, on how we can reward those who are providing value and are really contributing to DYDX and the ecosystem as a whole. So by all means, we're looking for your own opinions on where these hedgies go, and you guys are in the community more so than the majority of us. So I think having your opinions here and trusting your opinions on who you feel has really provided value will be something that we really take on board. So if anyone wants to start that as well, then that would be awesome. So that's on the table there. I'll also say, in addition to that, we are looking at getting this kind of bounty board, like we talked about before, off the ground, probably in like the middle of May, as we launch season 0 of the ambassador program. The bounty board, I'll likely apply for a grant for this bounty board. We're not sure yet in terms of the total dollar amount, but I think this will be a really good idea then to incorporate the community on like what tasks they think are potentially sort of sub $500 that can really be driven by community members, but then vetted by the ambassadors to see, 1, is the quality of work good enough for that, and then 2, adding those ideas onto the bounty board. So that's really exciting. It gets the majority of people involved. I think TLDR, as we've had, I think over 2,000 applicants for the ambassador program for only 10 to 15 spaces. That's kind of like a 0.5% admission rate. I'm not saying, and that is also, we're picking the most talented contributors at this moment in time, and the ones that have already sort of spent a lot of time in the DYDX ecosystem. So super excited to get that off the ground, and really start to reward both those who have been here for the long term and also new contributors that are coming in with the bounty board. So any ideas around that as well would be really grateful. And then I guess lastly we can talk about Alicard is the events.
Wait, James, I did have a question about kind of with the bounty board, but to do with the marketing and social media. I remember in the AMA last week they're talking about how they're bringing in a social media team, or they're coming, or they might be already here, but whatever. But it's going to take a couple of weeks for things. Are they planning on doing Instagram and TikTok. And I know it's not that big of a deal, but a lot of other projects have it. And I think if we can really connect all these social medias, and I don't know if that's something that would be done through the grants, and if we could maybe propose a grant or someone can claim a grant or something like that. But I think that's really, really good for exposure.
Yeah, I mean, complete honesty, I'm not really sure. I think Trading have hired this company that have been previously working with, I think, other large crypto companies. I'm not sure if they will go that route. Maybe it is something that we all decide that it will be really beneficial, and we then come up with a grant based on that type of media, like driving. So yeah, just to really answer your question, honestly, I'm not entirely sure there. I think they're looking at getting on board to DYDX trading probably within the next few weeks. I think DYDX Foundation are still hiring for a marketing associate. So if anyone feels that they've got those skills, then there's a definite chance for the full-time role that's on the careers website for the foundation. But I think, yeah, what your idea of potentially having a grant for that would be awesome. Additionally, for those in the kind of media marketing and content borough for the ambassador program, that could also be things that they also kind of think about as well.
Okay, that sounds good because there's definitely avenues to get it done, though. That's reassuring.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I think the more we grow, the more content we'll have to put out on those channels. TikTok definitely a good platform that we could also release the educational videos. So those will be coming, right? I think the plan was to put them on YouTube at first, but hey, if we have a TikTok channel, we might as well share them on the TikTok channel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Those are going to be perfect little animated videos for TikTok.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I think that's something that's come up more and more frequently, right? As even though like we typically attract the traders who are professional, like let's say, as we become the DAO and as we become like largely community driven, these avenues are going to be increasingly important. And I think what other platforms have done very well is like they've managed to leverage those types of media. And I think historically, as we've been quite small and focused, we now can probably have the bandwidth to, as we're getting more and more people on board, have the bandwidth to really drive the narrative through that media, really.
Yeah, this is going to be perfect, especially with the boroughs coming. There are a lot of ideas in the pipeline.
Cool. Anything else, guys? Anything else anyone wanted to touch on?
Marash, you cut out there.
Sorry, I was just saying I'll be home next week and I should be able to release the banners then.
Awesome. No, really looking forward to that. I think they look incredible, and I think a lot of people are looking forward to using those.
Thank you. And for those who haven't had a chance, I've posted them in the Hedgie Huddle chat, and you guys can vote on your favorite designs. So there's nothing to say we can't release multiple designs, but for the ones that we'll be releasing first, have a look, see which one's your favorite, and feel free to vote there.
Marash, which one is your favorite?
Ooh, that's hard to say. I think the one that lists every Hedgie's traits. I just think that looks really good on Twitter. I've set mine to be that. If you want to have a look on my Twitter again, it looks quite good. And that's me being biased, but I think it flows nicely.
I like the one with the traits.
Yeah, it's nice. Cool. I guess then lastly, in terms of like future events and things like that, keep posting ideas in the thread on the Hedgie channel. There's a few things that have been thrown around. If we can get some consensus on like twice monthly events, that'd be awesome. Once a month we'll probably do the Hedgie giveaway, and then the other event will just be kind of one where everyone can just come in and contribute to and have some fun. And so if we can get that sorted over the next, say, just like 3 to 6 months and really solidify what we're going to do each week, that'd be awesome. And then we can really start to plan that and just make sure everything's as as perfect as possibly can be. We're going to do a few kind of like Hedgie Huddle specific ones. So obviously I showed the kind of thing Gather Town a couple of weeks ago. We've actually got an event sponsorship from them that we can really utilize. I think someone's actually going to come up with like a DYDX specific themed Gather Town. Me and Alucard and a few others have been playing around with it. It is pretty cool. You can do like, I think, what did we do yesterday, Alucard? You can do like an escape room within Gather Town, which is really...
Yeah, you can do a metaverse escape room as your character in there.
I know, it's cool. Super cool. And it's actually quite tough. It'll be really great to spend some time in there just as a group. You all get kind of walkie-talkies. Like normally in Gather Town, you have to stay next to each other to really like connect with video and connect with voice. But you get kind of, you run around with walkie-talkies and you have to solve these puzzles on like how to escape the room and then move your way to the next. So it's really cool kind of interactive ways that will be great for small groups. So we'll look at trying to implement that pretty soon.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Cool.
That one will be good. And we also have the Google Documents for Hedgie event ideas that anyone can contribute to. I just posted that in the Hedgie's general chat. So feel free to take a look in there and add your name if you think you can contribute to helping out in one of those events, or if you have any ideas for events.
I think that Strava one would be pretty cool. I know it's a tough one to try and do, but anyone who can draw the best Hedgie through a Strava map gets a Hedgie. I think that's awesome. Shows who's the fittest Hedgie as well, which would be cool. Cool. I guess finally, like, we've got another event on in half an hour. The LP rewards formula discussion.
Aye.
Wow, that was loud. Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, if he jumps back in, I'll make sure we answer his question. But yeah, we've got the LP rewards formula discussion on in half an hour. Kalen from Wintermute, Max from Xenophone Labs, and we've got the Chaos Labs team who are going to come on and really talk about the proposal on Commonwealth. I think it'll be a really interesting discussion. Really goes over my head, to be honest, but I think it'll be great to have those guys talk through their reasonings behind why they potentially are looking at rewards formula changes and have discussions around that. So if anyone's around in half an hour, I know it's getting late in Europe, but it would be great to ask any really difficult questions and really hear from their thoughts from a market maker standpoint and from kind of quant tradery standpoint as well. So by all means, jump in on that in half an hour, and yeah, we'll have a discussion there. Cool.
Sounds great.
We'll end it there, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Really appreciate it. It's great to hold these chats. Anything else that we require addressing, then by all means, I can be in and around the Discord for the next half an hour anyway. So post some questions there, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and you throw your questions also for the next huddle if you guys have any. And there's a little drop-down thread, Hedgie Huddle questions, and I have no problem asking them for you.
Sweet. Sounds great. All right, guys. Thanks for that. I'll catch you soon.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Have a good week.